Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Lost. This is the 20th episode of the second season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in a link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. Speaking about links in the description, we are running our most liked to dislike characters of season 2. It's in the description as well. It takes 30 seconds, and your results and mine will be shown in the final episode of this season. Can't wait to see who you guys choose. It's going to be very interesting. Thanks so much in advance. Last episode was pretty decent, to be honest. I liked that we had a backstory of Rose and Bernard. You know, they've not really been focused and shown much here on the show, if I'm being totally honest. You know, last season it was all about Rose obviously being on the island, and she was only in a few episodes, but she had hope that obviously her husband was alive and was always, you know, wondering, is that actually the case? Well, this season, you know, he has been actually introduced. He was in the tail end of the section. He's come with Anna Lucia and Mr. Echo and Libby, and do you know what I mean, he's here on the island. Now, I've not really seen much of their story going forward. You know, they've just kind of been here and there, just playing little bit part characters, but now he wanted to actually, you know, get off this island. He's determined. You know, he was saying that everybody's kind of become stagnant, just accepting it. You know, nobody's really trying to do anything to get off, and he wants to. Do you know what I mean? He decided to try to gather like everybody together, create a big sign on the beach saying SOS, you know, so a plane could fly over and, you know, maybe pick it up and see it. And obviously if they take some satellite pictures, they could get rescued. But, you know, Rose was kind of like shutting him down here and there. And, you know, I was 50-50 on the episode, to be honest. I didn't know if like I thought that Bernard was kind of wrong in certain things that he was saying, or Rose, but ultimately if I settle on it, I kind of feel like, you know, I liked Bernard a little bit better than Rose in that last episode. But they got a backstory. They were showing how they kind of met each other, you know, how basically, you know, they got engaged, they was getting married. Rose explained how she was sick. She only had a few months left to live. I think she might have said a year, to be honest. You know, on their honeymoon, he decided to fly into Australia, go and see somebody spiritual. He tried to do something for Rose. He was like doing some energy around her face, and he was saying, look, mate, you know, I can't help you, I'm sorry. No, he was saying like this place that we're currently sat is like a big magnetic force, you know what I mean? It's like hotspots in the world, and basically, you know, this isn't the right one for you. I don't know where it could possibly be, but I'll give you your money back. She said, no, don't do that. Tell Bernard that it worked, you know, don't want him stressing out about me, you know what I mean? Now, the interesting thing is, obviously, they crashed on this island. She remembers that Locke, she seen him in the airport, and he had broken, well, not broken legs, actually. He was paralysed, wasn't he? He couldn't walk at all. And now she can see him on the island running around and being active. She knows that something strange is going on, and she said that she could feel it in her bones. You know, she was explaining to Bernard that she doesn't actually want to get off the island. The reason why she was kind of, you know, like not really fully supporting him getting everybody on board to try and get rescued is because basically, obviously, with them, you know what I mean, she went to that guy, it didn't work, but she's come here on the island and she can feel it. She can't explain it, but the feeling that she had inside of her where she was sick, it's no longer there anymore. She believes that the island is obviously doing this to her. And Bernard said, look, mate, if you want to stay, I'll stay. You know, that's what a supporting husband does. So that was really good. And then also we had Jack as well. You know, he's sick of everything that's going on. He's sick of, obviously, you know, Henry not speaking to him. And he's decided, you know what, I'm going to do a trade. You know, you were speaking about maybe if you was going to try and trick our people going into the trees and your guys take them and do a trade back for you. Well, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take you, I'm going to go to them, and I'm going to swap you for Walt or Michael. Now, obviously, he didn't take him, but he went there to engage in a conversation. And the only person that ended up showing up was Michael. Yes, he was running through the trees, got a big beard, looks like his hair's going. He had a torch as well, but he collapsed on the floor, and that's how the episode ended. So that is really, really interesting, and obviously I can't wait to find out more of that one. So thanks for checking out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into episode 20 of the second season of Lost.
Michael.
What's wrong with him?
Michael? Michael.
Maybe they just let him go.
Let him go. He's alone. They didn't just push him out into the jungle, Jack.
I mean, I would say it's a big win, though, getting him back.
Where were you last night?
Cooked myself some dinner, watched some TV.
What'd you watch? Let's go for a drive.
You think you'd have a better alibi already planned, wouldn't you?
Remember Jason McCormick? Found him in a parking lot just after 3 in the morning.
Any idea who did it?
You did. This man confesses to shooting you in cold blood, and you refused to ID him, so we had to cut him loose.
Guess I should get a lawyer.
We both know that this is going to be a dead-end investigation. If you did this, you have to let me help you. You're a police officer, Anna. If you don't respect me, at least respect that.
Then I quit.
Well, she is lucky that she's not getting tried for the murder.
I ever tell you I was a cop? I've been around a lot of killers in my life. You know what surprises me the most about them? How much they love to talk. But you're different. You're gonna have to speak up.
I expected that.
You killed 2 of us. Good people who were leaving you alone. You're the killer.
Oh, Locke's got up.
I guess he decided to start talking, huh?
Do you know what, right? Here's a tip in life that everybody should know or probably does know, but men have nuts. Give them one swift kick, they're down. I have not known one man in my entire life to get one good kick or hit on the nuts and be able to just stand up and walk. Like, she was in a situation where she was desperate. That would have saved her. Also, he said that you killed 2 people that was like leaving you alone. And what people are we talking about here? Because if he's talking about Ethan, he was definitely not leaving her alone. If he was talking about, what was the other guy? Like, that had the similar name to... The guy that was in their camp who infiltrated it, again, was not leaving them alone. He come in, and Goodwin, was it? Come in, he give out notes and got kids taken. Yeah? And then, if he's talking about the people that Mr. Echo killed, 2 people, wasn't leaving him alone. They was taking him, and he self-defended himself and killed them. So, do you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as I'm aware, that there's only been 4 deaths that I know of. There might be some that I'm really glossing over, but that I know of people that have come in, and it's all because they've instigated an attack or a situation, and they've retaliated in defense. So, no, you know, I have no sympathy or anything for you, mate. Literally, he's done the right thing. The only one is she killed Shannon, and that was accidental, and that's because you guys made her paranoid. Mad how she's changed from being a cop into the airport. It's even worse. It'd be well boring.
You, wanded me at security. Another one, please. So how does one get into wanding?
One stops being a cop.
What a coincidence. I just stopped being a doctor.
Why'd you quit?
Son ratted me out for drinking on the job. Thank you.
I don't believe that parents and their kids should work together.
I'll drink to that.
So where you headed?
Sydney, Australia. You want to come? What I'm doing down there could be a little dangerous, and I need someone to protect me, a bodyguard.
I don't even know your name.
Ooh, why don't you pick a name for me, and then I'll pick one for you.
You look like a Tom.
Tom. What an excellent name. And you should be a Sarah.
Sarah? She's not asked how much the pay is if she goes. Well, she did go, because she's on the plane. How interesting is that? Like, she's gone with his dad, and that's the reason why she's crash landed, and they're on the same plane.
What happened?
The guy in the hatch tried to kill me. I'm fine, but he won't be.
Don't do anything stupid.
The next day now, and they've not got back with Michael yet. They must have ventured out well far.
If you've come to apologize, I forgive you for hitting me with your crutch.
Why'd you try to hurt Ana Lucia, but not me?
That's a good question.
I know what you're getting at, John.
I was trapped under that blast door.
Because you're one of the good ones, John.
What good what?
I've lost my value. So either Jack comes back here and kills me, or my people find out where I'm being held and they do it.
Why would your own people want to kill you?
Because the man in charge, he's a great man, John. But he is not a forgiving man.
I was on my way here, John. I was coming for you.
Part of his planning it, mate. Like, the guy's literally tries to manipulate all the situations and scenarios, you know what I mean? He's trying to get in there and say it. He's probably waited to get Locke alone for time. He's a strategist, but also he does seem like he's kind of scared of the guy that's in charge, which, again, makes me want to see him even more. I cannot believe now, what episode is this, 20? And he's 25. Mate, with 45 episodes in the season, and we've literally had, apart from him and Ethan and Goodwin, like, the mini cameos, literally none of the people. I can't believe it. I can't believe we had Desmond, yeah, and he just got off. Like, literally got off. He might as well not have been in the season.
Hey, I've been knocking those things down for 20 minutes. Get your hands off my damn mango.
I need a gun.
Why not go to your buddy Jack? He's got himself a gun. That's right, he's still traipsing around the jungle with Kate.
How about you just give me a gun?
You heard me now. Get!
They gotta give reasons, you know what I mean? Everybody asks for stuff. I know it's not his guns, but they all ask and they don't say why. That looks like the same hotel that Michael was in.
Good, you're up. It's time.
After 4 days of drinking and doing nothing. Now, in the middle of the night, you ready to go?
Stay in the car.
Should I keep the meter running?
Hey, mortgage on this house, and you want that one? I want to see my daughter. What the hell is wrong with you?
Jack know that he's got a sister?
I was just having a conversation with the lady.
He just said he wanted to see his daughter. That's interesting. I wonder if Jack knows that he's got one.
Remember that radio we made? I was thinking maybe I could get it to play some music. I'll score major points, especially when she sees me holding it over my head.
If you want to do something nice for Libby, the beautiful beach, 3 kilometers from here.
Michael. So it worked? Your deal?
Oh yeah, no, he come running himself, didn't he?
They didn't give us anything. What? They just let Michael go, hoping that we would keep up our end of the bargain. You think they're on the honor system?
She's gonna be scoping him, isn't she? Watching him, see where he puts his stash.
I know you're there. Little Red Riding Hood gonna follow the big bad wolf back to his stash of gun.
Why don't you give me that one right there?
What you gonna do now, muchacha?
Oh, maybe she manipulates him. That was pretty smart, actually. Do you know what, right? Sawyer and her, I could actually see they both kind of strong presences. She's a strong female. He's a strong guy. Not in terms of, like, physical. I mean, physical, hand-to-hand combat, yeah, I reckon they can both scrap as well. But just like the personalities, you know what I mean? They kind of, like, dominant, like, compared to, say like Claire, for example, and then Ana Lucia. If you stand them, like, I don't know, like, she dominates a bit more than Claire. Can't really explain it, but that's how I get the feeling of Sawyer as well. And yeah, if I was pitting 2 and 2 together, I would do Claire and Charlie, Sawyer and Ana Lucia, and Jack and Kate. I feel like that actually does fit. That's interesting. Now, obviously, I feel like it's an easy way to manipulate him, sleep with him while his guard's down, take the gun. Or another thing, she could do like the long con thing where like she gets in with him, you know, more and more and more, and he reveals stuff and she could find it that way as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Also, going back to the Michael situation, what is the odds that he ran away? He just got a torch and ran through the trees and no one chased him. You know what I mean? But then again, I was saying that about Claire last time, how she actually got away. No one followed her apart from Ethan, and it was like a day later or something. But then when we got the backstory, it was because obviously Alex helped her and then Russo found her, do you know what I mean? And then it made sense. But so this one would be interesting again.
That woman.
She is a very long story, Sarah.
It's Ana Lucia. Why are you here?
I'm here because I can't apologize to my son. You came here for the same reason I did, kiddo. You ran away. Look what fate has delivered up this time.
Is that the bar that he meets Sawyer?
Come on. Let's go have a drink or 10 and be pathetic together.
No.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Let's just go. Let's go back.
I can't ever go back.
Mate, his isn't as deep as he's making it out, man. All he done is had an argument with Jack. That's it. Literally, she killed somebody. Hers is like way worse.
Don't you want my phone number?
You tell anyone about this, and I'll kill you.
Guess that takes cuddling off the table.
Hey there. Oh, how's it going?
So busted.
Hurley, I'm not here to tell you how to act around food.
No, I'm not busted for that. I was packing a picnic because I was kind of hoping that you'd want to go with me. Do you want to go?
Where to?
Can that part still be a surprise?
Oh, I want to see an episode of her big time, mate, after that reveal. Like, literally, I'm so interested.
So the others, they didn't show up?
Michael's back, though.
Hey, Michael.
How did I get...
Oh, wait. Just try to take it easy, okay? You're back in the hatch.
I found them. After I left, I hiked north, back to where we were. Hiked to the beach, followed the shoreline. I saw one. They live in tents, canvas tents and teepees. They eat dried fish. They're worse off than we are. I counted 22.
Did you see Walt?
But I know he's there. They have a hatch.
How do you know that they...
There's a set of metal doors leading underground. What else could it be? They keep it guarded 24/7. Most of them are old and half of them are women. As soon as I get my strength, I will take us back there.
Yes, that's what I like. I feel like this is what the show's needed now. You know, I've had the little story coming through. We've had Michael returning. He's scoped out. He's seen it. We get the army building, you know what I mean, which we've not seen. I don't even know how many people have been training. None, it looks like. But, you know, he's just said then, you know, don't be mistaken by saying they're old and some of them are women. Because, mate, look at Kate. Look at Ana Lucia. They're strong, mate. They would take down most of this camp in a fight. You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't underestimate the sex of the people, but also old people as well. You know, they could have experience. You know what I mean? Like, I would say John is old compared to, obviously, Michael and, say, Jack, but he would put up a pretty good fight. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, appearances and not everything. But the interesting thing is, he said that they're guarding a hatch. You know, I think that would be the fourth one that we've seen now. We've got this one. We've got the one that, obviously, Ana Lucia went in. We've got the one that, obviously, Kate and Claire found. And then we've got the one that, obviously, they're guarding. That's 4 hatches so far. It's interesting. He said that he didn't see any kids. that means obviously they're somewhere else. I'm kind of thinking it's like a faction thing. You know, you got the man in charge who's living in his high tower, his castle somewhere, the best, you know, locked up facility that they've got on the island, and then you've got the people coming down, you know, in stages. I'd be interested to see it, but I'm also like really kind of loving it, to be honest. I feel like this is what we actually do need. I feel like we've got a location and people where they live in, and we know where people are camped up, and now obviously these can go and infiltrate and maybe, you know, secretly, assassinately, silently go in and obviously like, you know, take a few out and scope the area out. I love to see it. It's getting me excited now.
You were right. What you and Saeed did to him when you first found him. You were right.
You did what you thought was right at the time you thought it, Jack. I just hope the next time you decide to do something, you include me. Our friend with the beard told us not to cross the line.
These people are liars, John. Why the hell should we take their word on anything?
I couldn't agree more.
Where are you going?
Get our guns back from Sawyer.
What did she actually want a gun for? Like, I can't remember like what her plan was. I feel like she might still have one. Oh,
Watch your head.
go in and kill him.
Almost there.
Hurley, it's okay if you're lost.
Dude, I'm not lost. Will you trust me?
Hurley, this
At that
is
beach.
our beach. There's Jim. Hey, I tell you what, why not have the picnic here? Come on, give me the blanket. You don't have any blankets? I will handle the blankets. You just track down Rose and Bernard. I saw them pull wine from the pallet.
Maybe if I get drunk enough, I'll remember where I know you from.
Yo, that's lingering in his head. That's going to start paranoiding her now. I do love Jim, man. I don't understand anything that he ever says, but I like him.
Put the book down.
Hey!
It's time to give us the guns back.
Burn the ending of my book, and now you...
Where are they, James?
Take us to the guns.
Ah, bitch. She stole my damn gun, Anna Lucia.
Why would she need a gun?
I need to tell you something.
Pick it up.
Oh, put yourself loose.
Cut yourself loose.
Still want to know where they got that knife from. She said it's US military. 20 years old.
Goodwin. Yes, he told us all about you, how he thought you were worthy, and that he could change you. But he was wrong.
He was gonna kill me.
Was he?
He did attack her, didn't he? Or did she attack him? What was the first move? See, right. First of all, shooting him there. Why could you not just shoot him on the floor? Like, is she trying to pretend to everybody that he's somehow escaped and she's retaliated in self-defense and that's why he's dead? You know, I wouldn't fall for it anyway. You know, the fact that she just stole the gun from Sawyer is too coincidental. Obviously, again, I don't understand why she just let him cut himself. It doesn't make sense. But also, he tries to throw in words every now and again. You know what I mean? Every time somebody has a conversation with him, he drops something in there that starts getting him questioning. And if you've got the strong mental strength, you just brush it off. Like, and he's obviously said about Goodwin. Did he? Did he try and kill you? Do you know what? Can't remember now, if I'm being totally honest. Also remember, she sat down, she asked him a couple of questions. She said, where did he get this knife from? It's 20-year-old military grade from the US. You know what I mean? How's it ended up here? Then she said something about, you know, how did you actually get on this island? You know what I mean? I didn't see you wet from the plane crash. Everybody else was soaking. And what's the coincidence that you'd be inside the jungle? Do you know what I mean? Running out unhurt. And you know what I mean? Finding Bernard in the trees. I think he was on the island. She said something like that, and then a fight happened. I don't know if she attacked him or he attacked her. A fight happened, and he was jumping at her. She didn't physically say get a knife. This is why I say it all of the time, like in different things. If I'm holding a knife and you run into me, have I stabbed you or have you stabbed yourself? He jumped at her, she held a stick, he landed on it. Did she stab him or did he stab himself? I think that's a massive grey area. She never attacked him and jabbed him with the knife. He jumped at her and landed on the spike. So I don't know, man. But it is interesting what's going on there. But again, this show, they never come over and they never ask. They demand everything, every time. I understand that Sawyer's taken the guns from them and they're not exactly his. But if Jack come over and said, look, mate, Sawyer, Michael's back. We know a camp. There's loads of him there. We want to get the guns. We've got a plan. We're going to go in. We're going to take them out. Sawyer would probably be on board. He would be. Going over there, being hostile, burning his stuff, it's just going to piss him off.
In 16 hours, I need to land at LAX. And I need that coffin to clear customs because there's going to be a hearse waiting there. I need it to be over. I need to bury my father.
Look at that mobile phone that she's got. It's crazy.
No, I'm not at work. I'm in Sydney. I made a mistake, Mom. You knew, so I got as far away from you as I could. I want to come home, Mom.
So come home.
I'm on Oceanic Flight 850.
I'll be there when you land, mija.
It's interesting seeing him at the airport then. Do you see Jin's hair? It was dead short. I like it how it is now, long and slicked back.
Sawyer has all the guns.
Long story. We caught one of them.
How long is he?
Over a week. He tried to kill me today. So I wanted him dead. I couldn't do it. I couldn't even kill him.
This situation is way different than the one that killed her baby and shot her.
Then let me do it. They took my son right out of my hands. They took my son and... I'll do it. Give me the gun.
Do you reckon Michael can do it?
What's the combination?
18 right, 1 left, 31 right.
I'm sorry.
We're getting him back. Can't believe Michael's just done that.
Michael?
Fuck. Oh. I think he's been captured and tortured and said, get him back and you can have your boy. But this guy better not have a smiley face when he opens this door. I'm gonna be fucking fuming, mate, if he's got this smug head now. Yeah, he's not smiling. Yo, Michael, man. It's literally, he's doing whatever it takes to save Walt. Now, I can't say I like it. That's not what I'm saying. To be honest, I'm disappointed in certain ways. Not just with Michael. I understand people do whatever it takes to get the kids back, and that's why I'm conflicted. But like, I feel like with the show as well, you know, Michael said that he seen them and he followed one and he seen he was guarding a camp or something and he was like 20 of them and he had a hatch. That could have been an episode, in my personal opinion. They could have used that whole story and made an episode out of it. I'm not saying we've had like crap episodes, but we've had episodes which could have had that information put into it to make that episode better, if you know what I mean. Like, it would have been a decent story to see. Michael, right, unless we get the backstory, like, it took so long from where Claire was taken and Charlie was hung to Claire returning and then getting the answer to why she managed to get herself out of that situation. It took ages. We had to wait at least like 15-20 episodes up until the point it was explained when we went and found Rousseau and went and found their facility. And, like, it made sense after we seen it all. But what I'm saying is it was so long. Now, again, if we don't get a Michael episode where Michael's taken and brought to the camp and tortured and turned and said, look, you could do this or we're going to kill Walt. Do you know what I mean? Like, if we don't get any of that and it don't get given to us, if we just get told it, i.e., yeah, they told me to do it, I'd be disappointed. I would say that's missed opportunity, poor story writing. Again, do you know what I mean? Like, Anna Lucia... It's the second time we've had an episode where I've kind of watched it, enjoyed it, like, yes, decent backstory, gets killed. We had it with Shannon as well. You know, we had a Shannon episode. I felt sorry for that episode as well. Basically, her dad got killed by, which looks like it was Jack's, like, then-to-be wife, you know what I mean, Sarah. And then she wanted to work hard and get an internship and move to New York. And, you know, Boone's mum stole all the money, said, you're not having it. Do you know what I mean? And then I felt sorry for her. She was just trying to make ends meet and it stole the dad's money. And then blah, 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 blah. Get the episode dead. I'm like, fucking hell, man. Like, why have you done that? Do you know what I mean? And then, boom, here again. We've had this episode. I like how she was interacting with Jack's dad, you know what I mean? How she got to a situation. Basically, she wanted to come home. We've seen her on the island. You know, I feel like she's been an alright character, to be honest. That's been introduced. And then, boom, being killed. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, literally, what's going on? And then Lippy, yeah? She's in the same facility as Hurley. You know, we had this backstory as well with him, and she was there, and we put them together, and he's kind of obviously, like, getting into a little relationship, and then we got this potential good backstory and episode of her background and dead. It's like, what missed opportunities? That's how I see it as. I'm disappointed because I feel like there was loads of potential information, shows, backstories that could have been brought into it, and we kind of just killed them just like that. Now it's a good twist though, because Michael's making it look like he was shot, he's escaped, took the gun. Do you know what I mean? Basically, his situation is, she's took the gun off Sawyer, he's gone in there, he's flipped it, shot me, killed her, killed Libby, and took me back. You know, easy peasy. As long as he doesn't, you know what I mean? As long as Henry basically gets killed somewhere later down the line and can't reveal it to the camp, it's always going to be Michael's story, and they will believe Michael. Like, they actually will believe him, so he could get away with it, but, you know, I'm disappointed all round. But the episode was good. It was really good. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you're not yet voting for your most liked to dislike characters of this season, please do. It takes 30 seconds. Your results of mine will be shown in the final episode, and I cannot wait to see who everybody chooses. Obviously, there's so many major talking points in this episode. You know, you've got Sawyer sleeping with Ana Lucia. You've got Ana Lucia getting shot at the end. Michael shooting Libby as well. You know, Michael shooting himself, and looks like now Henry's escaping. The interesting thing is as well, Henry's revealing little bits of information here and there that it's easy to miss when so many crazy things are kind of going on. You know, basically, we've had it a couple of times mentioned that they're taking people that are good people and then they're leaving people that are bad people, if that makes sense. Like, that's the only way I can kind of explain it. Like, the reasons why everybody was taken in the camp that first time is because it was children and good people, and the reason why, like, the person that was thrown in the pit originally, you know, I can't remember his name, is it Nathan or something? You know, he wasn't taken because they was like he was bad, and Goodwin killed him as well. And then they raised the question is, did Goodwin really want to kill Ana Lucia? And I'm trying to think now what actually happened. I know he jumped off and hit the spike, and I was saying technically, did she stab him or did he kind of like jump to his death, if that makes sense? I don't know who instigated the fight. She obviously interrogated him and found out who he was, which obviously caused the fight, but I don't know who threw the first punch. Can't remember. But like, the whole craziness is going on, you know what I mean? Like, you know, Michael did come back to the camp, and it wasn't a coincidence. You know what I mean? Like, there was not... The reason that I give it away to me that he actually didn't run away is the fact that he was running through the trees with a torch. And we've seen the same torches that they've used when he said, light him up, and everybody lifted up. You know, if he was running away, you'd be doing it in the dark. And, you know, he said as well that he found this facility, that there was 20 of them, and there was mainly women and old people guarding a hatch, which could be great key information. Basically, Michael might not have supposed to have said that, but basically because he knows it's true, he's dropped that in, just because obviously when he leaves now, hopefully they come and look for him as well, and that would give him more chance of getting walked back, because obviously he's done the dirty work for them, but also he's got his friends, so to speak, coming looking for him as well, and he's got backup once he's there. Now, the thing is, though, it got me thinking that when he said he was there and he sat down and he scoped it out, I was thinking that there's no way that he's managed to do that without being seen. The fact it's their jungle, and the fact that all of this happened in a period of when Michael had ran away and Jack went to try and find him, and he met the guy with the beard and he was all stood there, and they took Kate as well. And, like, basically, you know, all that, Jack was out there to retrieve Michael back. And, you know, I think he even mentioned Michael to the bearded man, and that to me would signify that they know that Michael's out in the jungle, if that makes sense, so that there was no way that he wouldn't have been found. I don't know if I explained that like well, but basically he escaped. They knew that he had escaped as well, the other people, and then him saying that he'd ran, seen them all, followed them, found the camp, and come back without any of them seeing him, knowing that he was out there. I didn't believe it, and I was waiting for the episode to like kind of play out. I didn't think that Michael would do anything up until the point where he got the gun in his hand, and when he said I'm sorry, when he looked at it, that's when I knew straight away that he'd been turned. I mean, not like he's working for them, but he's working for Walt. Do you know what I mean? He's doing whatever it takes. So it's crazy. That was a good episode. Mad ending. I'm excited to see obviously how everybody reacts now when they get into this. How's Hurley going to react as well? I hope Libby's not dead, man. I actually hope. She was holding that thing here. Was it towels, maybe? That you could sit at the beach. It didn't look like she got hit chest high. You know what I mean? Like, it did look like it was like abdomen, maybe section. It was double shot as well. We know that Ana Lucia's been hit there before. Obviously, her baby died and she survived. Fucking fuming that she's died, actually. I actually really am. You know what I mean? Like, I can't believe that we've had 2 deaths. They've all been from our camp. Do you know what I mean? They've not been from the others killing him, which is crazy, but that's how we currently are. Madness. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash a like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.